the game, cause see the boxing voice.
ThaBoxingvoice.com, live here with the one and only Showtime Shawn Porter, and obviously his trainer Ken Porter, father as well. We're here to obviously discuss the late breaking news, the interview done by Keith One-Time Thurman, where he addressed a few, I guess, talking points, PowerPoints in his conversation. We'll just get right into it. Obviously, he went down your resume, and he feels that you've been bullying 140-pounders, not true 147-pounders, because Alexander was a guy that moved up from 140 to 147. Paulie Malignaggi, same scenario. Eric Bonet, so on and so forth. And Adrian Broner, he brought up.
And I did well every time. Simple as that. I fight who they put in front of me. He knows that, and he knows that I don't back down from any challenge. He knows that I've been calling his name, and I've been wanting to fight him for some time now. So I'm here in New York to announce my fight tomorrow. I'm excited about it.
Now, obviously, the rumors have been that it's going to be the fight is going to be taking place in Mohegan Sun. We know that we've seen Victor Ortiz and Andre Berto put on that legendary first fight there at Mohegan Sun. Are you excited about that, or did you expect somewhere else?
I definitely expected somewhere else, and I'm still not positive where the fight's going to be. So that is actually only the second time I've heard that. I haven't fought in Connecticut since I was an amateur. So, you know, of course I'm looking forward to getting up there, but Vegas is where this fight is supposed to happen. So a little salty about that.
Now, back to Keith. Obviously, during his interview, he made it seem as though you guys were probably just frustrated because things weren't going the way that you expected them to, or your dad expected them to, and they're going in that manner because he is the champion and he has the belt that you want. Do you feel any truth to that?
Well, you know what? This is what I can say about that. If you power trip, that's when you trip. So be careful with how you feel and the kind of confidence that you bring into this fight, because you tripping thinking that you got all the power because you had the belt. Okay, that's fine. You got the power because you got the belt, but does that mean you're going to keep that belt? So at the end of the day, we'll make this fight happen, and we'll get in the ring and we'll fight.
In terms of the fans, the perception is that Keith had been avoiding this fight. There's been numerous dates leaked to the media. Your father has been definitely outspoken as to, Team Porter being willing and being ready for the fight. So could you just clear that up? Why is it taking so long? Why is tomorrow finally the date that this fight gets announced when we thought it was going to happen in December?
Well, that's the way the boxing business goes. They're trying to call the shots. What we were doing and what we continue to do is stay prepared and try to make what we can make happen. And so, from time to time we would pop up at fights asking, when are we fighting? We clearly just want to know, when are we fighting? I'm not a fighter that sits around. I'm not a fighter that fights 2 or 3 times a year. I want to fight 4 or 5 times a year. So that's all that was me trying to state my case and make a fight happen. So it's looking like powers that be finally decided to make this fight happen, and it's going to go down in March.
In his interview, Keith alluded to the fact that maybe you weren't on board with some of the things that your father might have said in the media in terms of, I guess, the perception that people have of Keith and not taking this fight. Do you echo your father's sentiments? Are you right on board with everything that he says in terms of this fight not being made, in terms of Keith being the one that is reluctant to actually make this fight?
Yeah, I think he's a little reluctant. I don't know. There's 2 things that happens here. Number one, I'm not as outspoken as my dad, and my dad says a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So this is the power. All the power that I have, it comes from this man. So when he speaks up, he's just saying what I want, what I'm not gonna say, or what I'm not in the position to say. So he makes what I want happen, and that's what he does. So when he gets in front of the cameras, he knows what I want. He's just making it happen. Simple as that. So, oh yeah, I echo everything my dad says to me, and I try to get in the ring and do the same thing.
So pretty much like the Garcia, where Angel Garcia is the mouthpiece and Danny backs it up.
If that's how you want to put it, I think that, this is a different situation. This is a situation where my dad says what it is, and that's it. That's how it is the way we train. That's how it is how we prepare for a fight. That's how it is when we do interviews. He'll give me the rundown. This is what we need to say. This is how we need to say it. This is what we need to do. This is how we get it done. That's it. That's all. So it's not a matter of us trying to be like someone or me trying to take a back seat to my dad or anything like that. It's just a simple fact that I follow his lead on everything.
Also in the interview, he alluded to, being, I guess, in control of the negotiations. Do you feel that it's been that way thus far?
Yeah, I don't give a damn. The fight is coming, March. Simple as that. So there's no need to cry about what didn't happen or what is gonna happen. All we can look to is what's gonna happen in March. We can't talk about December when I wanted to fight, November when I wanted to fight, even September or October when I wanted to fight. So those months are gone. They're in the past. I continue to stay moving and stay ready. So March is coming. I'm ready.
Keith spoke about a time that you guys were all at his mother's house. What exactly is he talking about that story? Was there a sparring session? Why do you both camps are resorting to saying like you guys know each other as if someone got the better of someone in camp or something?
You know what? We do know each other. We know each other well, and we spent time in down there where he's from, in Petersburg, or whatever, in Florida, and St. Pete, in Florida with him for a camp, and we were able to hang out a little bit, do what you do in camp. When you're not training and working hard, you go out, try to enjoy yourself. So we were able to go to his house, say what's up. We swam together, ran on track together, obviously sparred together. So none of that goes into the ring in March. So, but I will not shun off the fact that, yeah, I know the kid, I like the kid, I respect his game, and I'm ready to show him what I got.
Well, he seems to think that there's a vulnerability that he can capitalize on because he throws such a dangerous left hook, and Adrian Broner caught you in the 11th round of your fight with him. He brought up that specific moment and said, if Adrian Broner could do that, I hit way harder than Adrian Broner.
The simple fact is, when you look at a fighter, you try to find something that is their weakness, or you try to find where they may be vulnerable. That's one moment, one instant, one fight. I learned from that fight. I learned from that moment. I can go back to that moment right now and realize what I did wrong. That moment won't happen again. You don't hook with a hooker. I'm a hooker. I've been a hooker my whole life. I will hook the shit out of you. So he don't want to hook with me.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.